Yes, I am your host, Amour Carthy, and today's episode is sponsored by Education Innovations, where we help guide families through education decisions from college and graduate admissions to life beyond. On today's or our podcast is to help expose people to different colleges and what they're like, as well as different careers they may be interested in. On today's episode, we will be featuring Sancho Hodges III, and his episode is entitled Philosophy, Power, and the Pressure of Legacy. So, without further ado, let's bring on Sancho. Hey, how are you today?
Hello. I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing real good. So, why don't you introduce yourself and then tell us what school you're representing?
Well, yeah, I'm Sancho Hodges. I'm a freshman philosophy major on the pre-law track from Atlanta, Georgia, and I have the pleasure to attend Howard University.
All right. So, you say you're from Atlanta. So, Um, the title of your podcast is Philosophy, Power, and the Pressure of Legacy. So let's start out with your
Yes,
major,
ma'am.
philosophy. Why do you choose philosophy and what are you learning?
Well, I want to be a lawyer and a politician when I grow up, and I think the very foundation of lawyers involves values, morals, and ethics. It's a strong foundation, and unfortunately, we begin to prioritize money instead of the whole philosophical nature behind a lawyer and representing other people. And I wanted to do it the correct, in the most just way possible.
Okay, so that's how you came up with the philosophy major. Have you
Yes,
started
ma'am.
taking your philosophy classes yet?
Yes, I took a intro to ethics class last year, a history of Africana philosophy. I did a representative thinkers class where we just read different philosophical texts. And right now I am taking a sociology class.
So, out of those so far that you've taken, which one was your favorite one so far, if you can choose, or at least your top two, and tell us why?
Favorite, I would definitely just say the representative thinkers class, because the format of the entire class was we would read one text for homework, we'd come back, and then we do a presentation or a slide on it, take notes, introduce different nuances that introduce, excuse me, and then the next week we'd read a different philosophical writing with the same silhouette over the same topic, but with different philosophies. And so it gave me the chance to battle different ideologies, and beliefs, and determine what I thought, or
Mm,
to compromise.
mm, I like that. So,
Yes, ma'am.
so you have the philosophy part, and then you have the power part. So, talk to us. You said that you're going into the law. You said it's not done right, and then you're taking ethics. Talk to us about the power part. And you said you don't. It's going towards money. What do you think law should be about, and why?
Well, over my time, just learning more about law and philosophy, I've come to realize that justice is not some societal construct. It's a universal truth that we all deserve. Justice, it is undeniable, but it is also multifaceted in how it should be distributed and how it should be represented. Um, as an African American lawyer, I think the power plays a very specific part because we come from so much. Especially here at Howard, it's right in front of us the history that it's come from. And we learn that those that made history weren't trying to make history. They were trying to make the future better, and it became historic by advocating
Mm,
for justice.
Mm,
And that in and of itself is power. So when we walk through the footsteps of those that came before us, we simultaneously make our own. That in and of itself is power, and that's what we should strive for.
okay, so you're not trying to become a lawyer to gain power. Are you trying to make a more just society? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes, I'm trying to make it more just society. Yes, ma'am.
Mm, I love that. So, is there any incident or events that happened that made you drew you towards becoming a lawyer? Did you see anything in society and you were like, you know what, this is my way that I can make a change?
Um, I wouldn't say a specific event. Growing up, my mom was always a regular, so I was around it by that time. So I was type of environment of debating or debate as to why I shouldn't wash dishes or I need to make up my bed. Certain washing certain mornings. Furthermore, my parents, they really cared about history. Saturdays, I would watch documentaries with my father. Sundays, I would watch biopics with my little brother. So
Mm,
history was all around me, and it galvanized this interest of wanting to advocate for the right thing because I noticed that even when these historical figures died, their names never died, and that's
mm.
something that I want to live by. I want to live, I want to fight, and I want to care for a lifetime that I may never be able to see.
Mm. Okay, you preaching today. Um,
Thank you, thank you.
so you come from a family that is from Spelman and then Morehouse. Not only did your dad go to Morehouse, your grandfather went to Morehouse, and you had that pressure of legacy. Well, did you? I guess did they tell you you had to go, or did you feel the pressure of it?
Well, growing up, Morehouse had just been an integral part of my life. I don't think I even thought it was a choice until 11th grade. Before then, I thought Morehouse was predestined for me.
Hmm.
And then I started applying, I started getting accepted to colleges, and I knew that I wanted something beyond Atlanta, beyond
Mm,
comfort. And
mm,
Morehouse would give me both.
hmm.
It's not necessarily a bad thing,
Hmm.
but you know, change is uncomfortable, and I don't think I would have changed to the extent in which I wanted to if I just was 5 minutes away from my parents, still in the same place as my friends, with the same
Hmm.
faculty that I had known all my life. So once I told my granddad and my dad that, I think they both understood and they were very supportive in my college going process.
Were you scared that they would be, pushed back or disappointed in you? Because I know I used to see
No,
you as a kid at
actually,
Morehouse.
yeah. I was miles ahead to, but that wasn't even a question. But they were very understanding, and and all they want the best. They all want the best, and they prioritize education for their own education. So our being the school that they were, that's how I was, and from the and I think they were proud. Uh, yes, so I think I feel the courage to make my own decision.
Got you. Um, so I know I'm not gonna say I was surprised that you chose Howard, but I was proud of you that you went for what you wanted to do. Um, so tell me, what was your first month like at Howard? Was it all that you thought it was going to be in your mind, or how was it a little bit different?
Um, first month. First month was welcome week, which was full of partying. First day of class, which was full of dressing,
Oh, you have to
and
dress?
oh yeah, we have. Well, not necessarily. Sometimes I could go out in sweatpants, but on that
Mhm.
first day of classes, they really cared about that best outfit, and
Mm.
that wasn't a problem to me. I think I really did. Um, I say my first month on it, I just it was first of all, it was exciting. It was exciting to meet new people, exciting to experience things, and exciting to experience things, to feel the plethora of emotions that I was feeling, both nervousness, excitement, um, imposter syndrome at times, but also feeling of belonging. The
Mm.
duality of emotions that were conspiring within everything was exactly what I have, exactly what I, exactly what I have had wished for.
Mhm. Mm. So you had imposter syndrome? Really?
At times I did. I think that was consistent with almost every student. Um, I remember it was a pinning ceremony at Howard University, and everyone was getting their pins, and they had either a faculty member or a parent or a student
Mhm.
pin them.
Mhm.
And as I stood in the middle of the field, I didn't have someone that was personal to me that could pin me. And my
Oh.
my roommate's parents, they pinned me, and
Mhm.
I'm so grateful for that.
Mhm.
But it showed me that I didn't necessarily know anyone at the moment.
Oh.
But that only prompted me to come out my shell and meet new people. It
Mm.
was unfortunate that I had to learn that way,
Mhm.
but I'm glad that I learned that way because it was a choice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm you know what? I know this is about you, but I remember when I came from Oakland all the way to Spelman, I was similar to you. I remember moving in my dorm. I didn't have anybody helping me with but some little boyfriend or something, and my roommate's family, and so I was alone too. And so sometimes when you go far away, you're alone. But like you said, it's either you're gonna sit there and be in a shell, or you step up and you meet people. So I don't necessarily
Exactly.
think that that's imposter syndrome. I just think that that's you don't know anyone, so you make a choice.
Well, yeah.
Are you gonna meet
Excuse the
people?
verbiage.
Hmm.
I say excuse the phrasing. Wrong phrase.
Yeah.
Wrong phrase.
Yeah. Yeah, because well, if we wanna get back to that phrase, what do you define that as?
Imposter syndrome.
Mhm.
I believe that it was just a lack of belonging, feeling as
Oh.
if you're inadequate to everyone else around you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so then that makes sense. Okay. Um, so you know what? You were a very strong student in high school. And we know that Howard is a top-notch school. Um, what are some of the things that you would suggest to, or what did you do in high school? And what are some of the things that you would suggest to high school students to get into Howard like yourself? What should they do?
To get in.
No, I said, what did you do while you were in high school? What were you like as a high school student? And then what are some suggestions
Okay.
that you would give to high school students who want to go to a place like Howard?
Well, I studied really hard in high school, mainly because my parents didn't give me any other option, and I prioritized my education before anything else. Um, my mom has a slogan, and I think almost everyone has a slogan: work hard and then play hard. And I
Mm,
worked really hard. That being involved in extracurriculars, involved in student organizations, and involved in my own work. There needs to be a level of care, um, and a level of priority and attention that is presented within your schoolwork, and that's exactly what I showed. So
Mm,
to high schoolers who are trying to get into Howard University, I'd say practice those study habits. Practice meeting new people and networking as well, because networking can get you really far. And lastly, I'd say be confident in yourself. Your confidence can go a really long way.
mm, I like that. So, what are some of the things that you did in high school? What were some of the activities that you did?
Whew, it feels like I haven't been in high school in 30 years. Okay. So I was I was student government association president. I was co-president of the Gay Straight Alliance Club. I was Mr. Freshman, Mr. 11th grade, and Mr. Club for homecoming. I ran on the track team and I played the junior varsity team. And um,
Your nonprofit?
whew, in high school, that's exactly what I was going to think. In high school, I also founded my own nonprofit organization.
And what was that nonprofit about?
My nonprofit organization sends athletic gear and athletic shoes to academies in West Africa.
Okay. So let me see. Now that you are in Howard, um, yes, you're taking your classes, but what do you do for fun? And then what other activities do you do if you are in any related to your your career track?
Well, for fun, I party. I
Okay.
party
Is
a
that
lot.
is that
In
house
college,
parties or clubs?
it's a mixture of both. I go to clubs and house parties because the house parties are really conjoined. There's no room to walk around. Really, it's extremely hot in there. I, I don't really be having a lot of fun at house parties. I'm sorry I got so passionate about that. But anyway, I also bike like when it's warm. It's pretty cold right now, but when it was warm, I was going on bike rides with my friends throughout the city of Washington D.C. Just
Oh.
exploring the advantageous self. Um, what else do
So
I do?
so did you
I
run a
just have
bike?
Oh yes, they have these line bikes, the ones that you
Mhm.
can scan,
Mhm.
um, and then get on, and
Mhm.
they have those all over Washington D.C.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay, so you explored the city. Okay. And made it clear you don't like house parties because it's too hot. Is it and crowded? But is it free though? The house parties?
Oh no, oh
What?
no,
Is
that
that not
the prices are about like $20, and if you're like me, they be like 25, $20, because I be procrastinating until the very moment it's time to go to the party because I want to know where everyone's at. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to go to a party that no one else is there, so I wait for everyone to go and then I'll go, and
Oh, so
I have to pay.
so do you wait for them to text you and be like, "Oh, we're all over here," and then you go, and then the price has gone up?
Yes, yeah, yeah. It matters. You don't want to be the first one to a party. Like it's not really fun. It's not.
So, since I'm older and then I know that, I don't know anything, but do people dance? Do y'all dance?
Oh yeah, folks be breaking it down. I be
Okay.
breaking it down. Yeah, folks
Good.
be dancing.
That's what
Back in
that's what I'm
Atlanta, when
saying.
I was
Yeah.
yeah, back in Atlanta, I wasn't really dancing for real. I was too focused on being cool. But when I got at Howard, I looked around and everyone around me was dancing, and I decided to dance. And I
Good.
think I deserve that. I done did 4 years of hard work in high school. I deserve a little dance, a little two step.
A little. You should be dancing all the time. YOLO. You only live once.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I can't have anyone thinking I'm crazy. It'd be insane. I just walk into the campus dancing and stuff.
Oh, well, it sounds like you're having fun and enjoying your time at Howard. So that's what it's all about. It's not just about just being in the books, but actually partying and building relationships, um, because those will sustain you, I believe, throughout your whole life. Because
Oh
people are
yes,
going
of
to be like,
course,
that's how they remember you, not just in class, but how you were as a person. Um,
definitely.
Now, what you said other you're are you in is it mock trial?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on the mock trial team.
So tell us what that involves and what's the commitment like? What are you supposed to do?
Okay, so mock trial essentially is acting like you're a trial, like as a lawyer, but um, it's a made case. So think, let me give you all a scenario. Think a murder for hire. There's a prosecution and there's also a defense. So between the two, you're either on prosecution trying to take the defendant to jail, or you're on defense trying to keep the defendant from going to jail.
Mm,
Um, those practices are 3 hours long from 7 to 10 on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
mm,
However, the week before competitions, it be all week. So Monday to Friday, Tuesday and Thursday. Competitions are Saturday and Sunday, and they take all day.
mm,
But it's really fun. The way I just stated it, it sounds like it's a chore, but
mhm,
it's not. It's a really fun academic sport, and
mm,
it teaches you public speaking.
mm. So did you have to try out for that, or did you just say, "Hey, I want to be part of this," and they're like, "Okay, you just have to do the work." How does do you have to
Oh
try
yeah,
out?
you definitely have to try out. Yeah,
What is that?
Howard is a competitive school, so there's no such thing as it given to you. You have to work for it and you have to earn it. So
So,
tryouts,
mhm,
there were about 500 people there, all trying to get a spot. And on the day of the tryouts, they have the interest week before from Monday to Thursday, and
mhm,
tryouts were Friday and Saturday. Went to the tryouts, was in a room with someone else. They gave me a case, and I had to read over the case for about 15 minutes.
mhm,
Then I was brought into another room where I had to make a closing statement for the case, all in
mm.
15 minutes.
Well,
And I guess they saw something they liked because I got an email the day before my birthday talking about I got on the team.
congratulations. That's huge.
Thank
So how
you.
many spots are on the mock trial? 500 people. Whoa. How many spots?
Yeah, so they have about four different teams: A team, B
Mhm.
team, C team, and D
Mhm.
team. And each
Mhm.
spot has about two spots.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn. I mean, I'm not supposed to curse, but I do. Congratulations. That's huge. I know your
thank
parents,
you.
especially your mom, must have been like, "That's my baby."
Well, yeah, it was innate.
Yes, yes. I am so proud of you. Um, what do you I know I've been controlling the conversation. It's just a conversation. What do you want to talk about and what do you want to tell the people? Because this is about your life. So talk.
Well, I will say that it gets difficult at times, either financially, academically, personally, whatever it is, it gets difficult.
Mm,
But you have to remember that even in the most sorrow times, in the most sad times, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do.
mm,
Um, Pain, loss, failure will happen, but those moments remind us why love, joy, and connection matter. What's
mm,
a melody without the ache of a minor chord? What's a story without loss, without struggle? As a student, as a freshman, you will fail, and you have to get comfortable in that failure. You have to fail, get back up, and then fail again, so that rock bottom can become the solid foundation in which you build your hope, your goals, and your motivation to continue.
Mm, mm. You on one today. You dropping gems.
Thank you, thank you,
So
thank you, thank you.
since you said that and you're talking about failure, I know that, people come on all kind of podcasts and, they talk and pretend and everyone thinks that Howard or whatever. And like you said, it's very competitive. Um, how did you feel when you first, failed something? What did you do and how did you come out of that?
Well, I was running for secretary of the
Oh.
College of Arts and Sciences
Mhm.
freshman council,
Mhm.
and I ended up not winning. I lost by about 30 votes,
Mhm.
and it was. I'm trying to act. I'm trying not to sound all vain, but it was the first time in a long time that I
Mhm.
had necessarily lost a position,
Mm.
and it became this spiral of when am I going to win again?
Mm.
I figured that I had deserved the title because through senior year I had just lost so much
Mm.
scholarships,
Mhm.
college acceptances,
Mhm.
my friend, and I
Mm.
thought this time I was going to win something,
Mhm.
and I didn't.
Mhm.
Um, However, I went to church,
Mhm.
and in the sermon they asked, "What punishments of God are not gifts?" And in that very moment, I got inspired to continue to keep going,
Mhm.
to continue to advocate for who I was as a person and who I aspire to be as a leader.
Mhm.
In that moment, I realized that there is no option to stop, and there is no
Mm.
way to go around that failure. You can't turn left, you can't turn right, you can only go forward. And that's exactly what I did. And here I am on a podcast with a big old smile on my face. So it just shows that the loss wasn't that bad. I only
Mm.
got second. And
That's absolutely right. So, um, so are you saying that your faith helps you get through difficult times and helped you get through this rough time?
oh yes, of course, my faith, excuse me, but also my
Mhm.
friends and my family. If
Mhm.
I didn't have my neighbors at Howard who told
Mhm.
me that everything was gonna be okay, if I didn't have
Mhm.
my campaign team who got me flowers even when I lost,
Oh,
I
wow.
I don't know what I would have done. Um, that support system,
Mhm.
you need it very strong because when things don't go your way, or when you
Mhm.
need to be motivated, you need a close knit circle of people around you who will
Mhm.
care and who will encourage you to continue going.
Oh my goodness. That is absolutely you had a team and all that. Well, I'm just
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
say this, the fact that you ran for the council in your first year, that is amazing. But the other part is I always think that everything happens for a reason. What if you have gotten that? Then you wouldn't have had time to get the mock trial stuff. Like it would have been too
Exactly.
it would have
Like
been too
everything
much.
happened. Everything happened for a reason because about 2 weeks later, I
Mhm.
created a movement within my nonprofit organization called Hope Across Borders, where we
Mhm.
collected shoes, canned goods, and clothes to send to families in the Congo.
See? What? I mean,
Exactly.
yes, when one door closes, a bigger one will open. I know that we are,
Exactly.
about to close the conversation. What is one last piece of advice that you would give the audience just about life, period? And then what are ways that people can follow or contact you?
Um, Well, I want to be a politician. I'm a philosophical politician, and I care a lot about justice. So, within everything that's going on right now, I'd say that strength not used to uplift others is nothing. Use your resources, your strength, your intelligence, whatever you specialize in, use it to help the people around you. Eliminate those individual biases surrounding individualism so we can foster a more open minded, close knit community as a whole.
Okay. And how can people follow you?
Oh, you can follow me on Instagram at Sancho Hodges, SanchoHodges. And that's really all I have. I also have my nonprofit organization, Shoe Ethics, SHOETHICS 2023.
All
If you
right.
can't find that or if you can't remember it, it'll be on my bio in my main Instagram.
All right. Thank you. See you next episode. So, bye.
Of course. Bye.